by Mitre 10 Mega.
Welcome to Dunedin. This is day 4 and it's a cold, brisk morning to say the least. Players are rugged up out in the middle. It's a little bleak. We've had sunnier days on days 2 and 3, but the temperature perhaps the coldest of the 4 so far. 238 South Africa on the first day. Of course, New Zealand replying with 273 gave them a small lead of 35 runs. South Africa have gone a lot better second time round. In fact, they're 268 for 3. 2 centurions so far with Graham Smith out, and he made a very good 115. Jacques Kallis is still there though on 107, looking so good. And at the other end, Jacques Rudolph survived a bit of a scare last night, but he's still there to resume on 13.
Well, there you go, prime example. It's really hard breeze to bowl into if you're a seamer as well. And I think that job would fall to Vernon Philander. He's a very strongly built character. The job would fall to him along with Tahir. Bales go again.
Are they the heavy bales? They've come off 2 or 3 times.
Here we go. Look, there is Gary Baxter. 4th umpire running out with some heavy bales.
What? Can I ask you this stupidly dumb Saturday morning question? Why aren't all bales heavy?
I don't know.
Well, stumps are the same size. Stumps are supposed to be the same width apart. Bales, I imagine, are of the same size. Why aren't they the same weight? Why do you have light bales and heavy bales? Why did you don't have heavy bales?
Look at the different size of them. For a start, I wouldn't be happy as a batter. The ones on the left are the heavy ones. Look how much bigger they are than the ones on the right. More chance.
Well, a different design, and look at the design too. There's actually 3 different design of bales amongst those 4.
All right, so another 50 from here. What? That's before lunch, really, isn't it? Well, round lunchtime. So that still leaves. That would if that's the case, there's still 5 sessions left in the match. So plenty of time to score those runs. I don't think South Africa's going to do New Zealand any favours here at all. New Zealand have to make the play. Out! Well, they've got one in front of the wicket. They've been looking for a dismissal of that nature for some time, and they've removed Kallis.
And good reward for Bolt there. I thought he was behind Bracewell, probably the prick of the New Zealand seamers yesterday without reward, but today early on, first over into the attack after Bracewell having a spell, picks up the rock of the South African top order, Jacques Kallis, for 113.
Just couldn't keep it down, maybe holding up a little bit. Of course, the bowler bowling into the wind, the ball not arriving, and that's the end of another wonderful Jacques Kallis innings, typical Jacques Kallis innings. 113 he's gone for, 283 for 4. All right, A.B. de Villiers comes out on a king pair, is that what you call it? Out first ball in the first innings for naught. Nice stroke. Plenty of time for a classic cricket shot like that.
Oh, that'll be 4. What a beautifully timed shot that was. Just a little flick off the pads and 300 up for South Africa.
Yeah, he won't be dictated to AB. Great stroke player, and they just timed that to absolute perfection. This is hit right in the middle of the bat on the sweet spot.
Well, the New Zealand bowlers predominantly speak of Bracewell, Bolt, Vettori in particular have been miserly this morning. They haven't allowed South Africa too many opportunities. That's straight down the ground. Very nicely played. It was wide of Daniel Vettori. It was in the air. So Show of aggression from Rudolph.
Twisted it away by Jacques Rudolph. Oh, Brendan McCullum really is like a whippet down there, but even he can't cut it off.
Fine effort, McCullum out there, but also a nice shot by Rudolph, who's tried that a couple of times already and hasn't managed to make that sort of contact this time. Finds the middle and 4 runs. Nice shot, packed off onside field. Just behind square and defeats McCullum.
Smashing cover drive, which is another boundary for Rudolph, and with it, another very accomplished half century to his stats.
Yeah, well played, Rudolph. 53, 106 balls, and high percentage of those runs coming in boundaries, which shows just how well he is hitting the ball at the moment. A very fine knock there by Jacques Rudolph.
Oh, that's an indication, and it's not a clever shot at all. Wow. An incredible dismissal, this. A.B. de Villiers has just hit it straight down Williamson's throat. Not Williamson was the bowler, sorry. It was McCullum. They're both short.
And A.B. looking to accelerate, but hitting into the breeze, hit the bottom of the bat. And didn't get it anywhere near. Nasty judge catch by Brendan McCullum. And A.B. de Villiers on his way for 29, 353 for 5.
Right, the name tag helps me get the name right. Mark Boucher. He's the new player. And he's a player who can hit the ball. And the dismissal of A.B. de Villiers would suggest that South Africa are looking at getting a bit of a motor on here. What do the umps say? Well, the players just wandered off before they could say lunch, I think. So that's lunch on day 4.
We might get another one in here.
You can't trust the clocks down here in Dunedin. Sorry, Barry. They had a real issue at the rugby ground in the last match where the clock at the ground was about 5 minutes fast and the players kept kicking it out. The ref kept saying, look, there's still time to go. What do the umps say? Well, the players just wandered off before they could say lunch, I think. So that's lunch on day 4. I think. Yeah, he's not happy. He is not happy. The players don't decide when it's lunch. The umpires do. He's saying one ball. By my watch, it's only about 12:29. By the clock on the ground hasn't said 12:30, but the players have said, we've had enough, thanks, fellas. We're going.
Billy wasn't happy either. He's cold, so he was quite happy. He was with the players, so poor old Allen was left on his own.
Well, something for the match ref to get his teeth into. Really?
Oh, that's big. That's some intent from Jacques Rudolph. Yep, it's gone all the way. Big blow over mid-wicket. First 6.
Beautifully played. Pierced the gap and away to the boundary for 4 more.
Well, that's a great shot, really, isn't it? 4 by Jingo. Time that through point. That helps a decision or 2, I'm sure. There's 4 more. Placement the key there. Rudolph is now racing through to 3 figures. Through, it's gone through for 4. And Jacques Rudolph, fantastic. Test 100, number 6. Been very attractive, very well paced. And he's given the captaincy and his team the luxury now of doing it their way. As long as you don't go thinking negatively again. Thank you very much. This is Graham Smith. I've had enough. We've got enough. And Barry Richards said 4:35 when he came to the ground this morning. You're a genius.
I wish I was. A little bit of inside information. I knew it'd be somewhere around that.
So in the end, 435 was the magic number, which means a lead of 400 runs for New Zealand to go after. 300s in the innings. It was very assured from Smith and Cullis yesterday, and today it was more or less the Jacques Rudolph show. 105 not out, with good contribution too from de Villiers, with a little bit of batting practice and some good shots too from Mark Boucher. So they're all feeling pretty good about their games after that marathon effort. Not so sure about the New Zealanders, who at times on this very flat pitch lacked a little bit of penetration, didn't they? And in the end, some of them paid dearly for it. They tried to get back in a test match mode, but this was a really big examination of this attack, as far removed from Hobart as you could perhaps possibly get. None for 74 for Chris Martin, 1 for 93 for Bolt. Bracewell, star of the show really, 3 for 70 from 25. Tim Southey, an issue there. He brought up his 100 towards the end of the innings, 26 overs, 4 maidens. And Vettori, 32 overs, 5 maidens, none for 65. Not really able to extract too much from the pitch. So as New Zealand go about their mammoth task, whatever it is they try to achieve out of this, it's huge. South Africa lead by 400 runs.
Martin Guptill right of screen and Rob Nichol on the left. And will have the job of trying to get through this early onslaught from South Africa. A new ball. The highest 4th innings totals for all countries in New Zealand. New Zealand's biggest chase against Pakistan, 324 for 5. Oh, first one's a beauty.
You draw Nichol into play there, and obviously with first ball, the nerves will be right up there.
Straight, but turned away through the onside. First boundary for Rob Nichol. He moves through to 6, and the total is 6 without loss.
Oh, it's hit Nichol. Banged in short. Didn't get up as high as Rob Nichol thought, and he's worn it. He's worn it on the body.
Is this high enough to be a bouncer? Just didn't get up at all, did it? Oh, yeah, I suppose it is. Not played with a lot of confidence, mind you.
Oh, it's a wee stinger, isn't it? Oh, just on the back. There'll be a nice bruise tonight there for Rob Nichol. Oh, edged and taken. There it goes. That is a brilliant piece of bowling from Philander. Textbook fast bowling, and he gets the big wicket of Martin Guptill.
Well, that was in the air. It was just fantastic bowling. He'd got a couple past the edge of Rob Nichol. Got one that came back, and again now just hits the seam. Not forward enough. Thank you very much. Nicely taken too by A.B. de Villiers. Not forward, caught on the crease, and that's what happens when you got a good bowler bowling to you. Martin Guptill gone for 6, 16 for 1.
16 for 1. Brendan McCullum, number 3, comes out to the middle. 600s. He's going to be important for New Zealand over the next day and a half. Oh, he's been hit again. That's the difficulty with Morkel. It's not bouncing as high as what Nichol thinks, but he's getting in a bad position. Took his eye off the ball and sworn another one.
What happens is mentally he's telling himself, because he likes going forward, that he wants to go forward. His inclination is to go forward because that's where he's most comfortable with. But this sort of pace of bowling, they're pushing him back, taking him right out of his comfort zone. And that's the earlier one that's hit him on the back. Just gets in a poor position. You really can't take your eye off the ball. Got to sway.
Oh, that's carved away by McCullum. It was given width from Stone, and he didn't miss the opportunity to hit it away for 4. Fuller, and that's leg glance fine. That will go for 4 as well. Nice touch from McCullum.
Right on.
Well played, in good position there. End of the over, 27 for 1. Looks like that will be afternoon tea. Players coming from the ground. New Zealand 27 for 1 in their pursuit of 401 for victory in this first test.
Crunch. My goodness. That is the most authoritative shot in this innings. A beauty.
By far. Just a little full and not necessarily a bad idea. Wide if it does move, but that's crunched. Full from the time it left the bat.
Sorry, Francis, it just merited interrupting you, that shot, I'm afraid.
No problem.
Move right along. Oh, that's quite quick. I think that's off the glove and off the helmet. Wow, this is interesting. In fact, Graham Smith's almost said something to Brendan McCullum along the lines of just that, and then Brendan McCullum said, no, mate. 10 seconds.
11, 12.
No, that's how many in the meeting. How many South Africans does it take to change a light bulb? Here we go. They're going to have a look, are they?
There's one, usually when there's two, one you've got to be certain of, one you can take a chance on. And because it's McCullum, they've probably taken a chance.
Right then, we're going to go through this and we'll get back to Francis Payne very shortly, but this is crucial for this game. First of all, that's fine, just fine, well and truly behind the line. Fair delivery. Now, does it brush the glove, the bat in any form here? I don't even know why they're thinking about it, to be honest. It's surely someone in front of the pitch. The bowler, surely the bowler has seen that.
Absolutely.
That has missed the gloves by a foot.
Absolute mark.
What are they even on about, man? That is just ridiculous. Has Morne Morkel not seen that?
Nowhere near it. Yeah, that's a poor one, that one. No bat, no glove, no nothing.
He must have known that. I mean, he had a better view than Alim Dar. He was only 3 yards away from it. That's a total waste. That's 4 more. He's playing some terrific shots, Brendan McCullum. It's great viewing, isn't it? It's 48 for 1.
Close. Maybe just sliding down leg now. They've used a review, Smithy, so what do they do here?
I don't think Graham Smith's going to entertain one here, and you can look at him as long as you like, son. He knows he's only got one left. Going to take some convincing here. The clock's on. He's resolute, Graham Smith. He ain't moving this time.
I think he would have used it if he hadn't used one already, and it might prove that this is just hitting leg stump. It'll be much closer than the one that they did ask for.
Just missing for mine. Just missing leg stump.
Correct. It is going down. He's at a different angle. Vernon Philander, you can see how he's offline there, and that's missing. Good call, Graham Smith. Well done.
Catch it!
Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. That is not the way to get out.
Disappointment for Rob Nichol. He'd done all the hard work against the pace and the fire of the South Africans. And maybe the worst ball of the match, bowled by Imran Tahir. And how often do you see that? Unfortunately for Rob Nichol on this occasion, Graham Smith, we know he's got safe hands. Comfortable catch. Rob Nichol has to depart. New Zealand 55 for 2.
Right, Ross Taylor, the New Zealand Test match captain. Well, he's the New Zealand captain. He wasn't captaining the one-days and the T20s. That was Brendan McCullum, simply because he was injured. He's got a big job to do now. He got a good start in the first innings. He hasn't played much cricket. He hasn't got much batting under his belt. Can he build upon the time he spent out there in the first innings? Oh, did that carry? One, they thought there was a chance LBW. Two, it popped up off the bat for some time. How far did this carry? Did it bounce just in front of Amla? Well, only just. He was just going the wrong way. His momentum was taking him to the onside. Maybe just reading the shot.
I think he did right, Mark. He was predetermining, and you can't criticise him for that. He was trying to go with where he thought McCullum was intending to hit it. Hint of a leading edge. You see there. Just the balance falling away.
Well, that's nicely timed as well from McCullum. And he'll come back for two. Nice shot. Looks to me like they've set a field that they're going to angle in at leg stump to McCullum.
Nothing's really turned that much, and I just wonder from Imran Tahir's point of view, he's got into a nice rhythm, but he does bowl it quite quickly.
Oh, that's pulled away. That's banged over mid-wicket. I think it's gone all the way, has it? Yes, it has. Lovely stuff from McCullum. He was onto that so quick.
He went deep in the crease, spotted it was short, and went right back onto his stumps. Knows there's no outfielder, so there's no danger. Even if he mistimes it slightly, it's still going to be four. He picked it too.
Driven. Lovely shot from Ross Taylor. Opened up his body, hit it through cover. Classy shot.
Yeah, hitting with the spin. Try to toss it up a bit more, Imran Tahir, but he's still bowling at that pace where it's not going to turn a lot. And if you get into a good position, right on the half volley, picked out his spot. Hands went through to that spot, and 4 runs.
It's really good the way he opened his body, his shoulders and hands. Picked the gap nicely.
One. And that will be 50 for Brendan McCullum.
Well played, Brendan McCullum. 50. He's been there for quite a while, 108 minutes, but he's played very well, very controlled, as I've said on many occasions, and he's just looks like he's dropping anchor, and from New Zealand's point of view, they need it.
Oh, that's nice too. One behind square, the next one in front of square.
Beautiful shot, Ross Taylor. I'm going to say shot of the day. As he leant on that, he just had a cut shot, so he'd gone back foot, front foot. It wasn't a half volley either. And 111 for 2, New Zealand.
Slightly in the air, not brilliantly controlled, but 4 more.
Hit hard by Taylor, hit real hard. Would have taken some catching if Gully or a backward point had been in the road of that.
He's got to be careful here if he does cast his mind back to when he got out in the first innings. It was after a little flurry of runs, and then he went very hard at a short wide one.
Billy Doctorow's saying, look, we've got to get across the road. It's only half an hour till kickoff. Let's go, come on.
What do you reckon? Go on, you're a big rugby fan, Aleem. Come on then, let's go. That's it. Common sense prevails. There you go. South Africans not fussed about this because, of course, they're wanting every opportunity to perhaps snaffle that wicket. But honestly, this has been a really good start from the New Zealanders. Exceedingly good start now. Teams are in good spirits, but they know tomorrow, if it dawns fine, there's a real fight on. 1 for 110 in 139 minutes. It's been good.
Been really good batting display by the New Zealanders. They've been positive, they've been gutsy, and they've put themselves in a position where maybe the unthinkable is thinkable for tomorrow.
137 for 2 after 41 overs of batting, which means 39 more overs to the next new ball. Nicol 19, Guptill 6, McCullum 58 not out. Gee, it's been resolute.
Coverage of South Africa's tour of New Zealand was brought to you by Mitre 10 Mega.